Hey guys, what's up? It's HB Char here. I did this little speed build that took me about an hour and a half. It was kind of difficult because I was doing it based off of a floor plan that I found online that I really enjoyed. So this is me trying to work out the walls before every build I do, whether it's from a floor plan or elsewise. I mark it down on graph paper first. Um, does anybody else do that? Let me know if you do, because I'm curious. Here's me trying to figure out the little wraparound porch thing. I'll post the picture so you guys will be able to see how the steps go up both ways. I was trying to figure out how to do it in The Sims, and then I figure out I want to do it a different way, so that all came into play there. Here's me readjusting the whole layout of the house because I didn't like the way it was facing. And then pausing probably to try to figure out what is going on. Yeah, so just popping in some lights real quick. And those lights, actually, I realized I just kept those in there. That's what I usually use on all of my builds. Sometimes I add in other lights or like special lights depending on the build. With quick little one room kind of houses like this, I usually don't. Um, it just seems like really basic lighting, and I don't know, every house I've lived in has had the same lighting in it. The doors are an interesting fix for this one. Also, I'm sorry, I'm extremely congested. I've been sick the last few days, so I apologize for the nasally voice. Um, yeah, so this is me again trying to fix this little deck patio area and then trying to work out the fences. And then I realized there's not that many fence options, and I'm sure many of you know that there's not that many fence options that we like. I don't have all the stuff packs either. I have most of them. I have most of everything, but don't have all of them. I place these pillars. They get changed, like they are the same pillars in the end. These are like my favorite pillars to use, but I changed the spacing and everything later. So the roof to the left does not stay. I'm doing this crosswork pattern that was in the pictures for the build. Uh, the build that I was inspired by. So I try to mimic that patio roof design, and it actually turned out pretty interesting. I liked it. Yeah, this is me still trying to figure out how to work the poles, the pillars. That sounds so bad. um, Also, I don't like any of my options for foundation wallpapers, I guess is what they'd be called. So yeah, I was struggling with that. You'll see me change it about 50 times throughout the whole venture here. I spend quite a bit trying to figure out how to make that color better. I don't know. The like side color. I was having issues. Um, I actually don't remember what I did in the end. That would be the sick ring. I recorded this probably about like 5 hours ago. My husband was at class taking his summer final, and I finished it not long after he got back. So yeah, here's me trying to figure out that roof pattern again, and me not knowing where anything is. So yeah, anyway, this bit's interesting. And I'll definitely make sure I post like a link or add in the pictures at the beginning as well or something, so that you can see kind of what I was trying to do. And I was a little bit limited because of, it's Sims and it's not real life. You can't just do whatever you want. But the shadows at the end up looking really cool, I think. So the bits that have the, I don't know, the blank area that signifies the two doors. that are on that side. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, here's me deleting that so that it's just the little railing. Yeah, I changed this, sorry for that silence. I changed this like floorboard like, I don't know, probably like 20 times. Then I tried changing the stairs to see if I like it. I don't know. There wasn't a perfect blend of anything. I also hate the lighting in the game. I need to get one of those mods. I hate working with mods. Um, but if you have any suggestions, please let me know because I would love to hear suggestions. And yeah, I didn't finish putting in the doors, it looks like. Interesting. Oh my gosh. I'm ready for this congestion to go away. I go to Full Sail University online, and I had to do an audio presentation, and I was sick. Oh, this door. Sorry. This door. I wanted a red door for that side because it matches like in the picture, and I was like, oh, that'll be perfect. And then I totally didn't realize that it has like an open and closed sign in Simlish on it. So yeah, as soon as I realize that, I get rid of that later. I'm like, wait a minute, what is on that door? See, there's me. Yeah, figuring it out. And so I just opt for the white door. So the whole exterior ends up being white in the end, I believe. Everything. Um, Small little builds like this, I kind of like all the colors to be pretty consistent and even. But anyway, what I was saying is I had to record like a presentation for my school, and I was so congested and icky, and I was just like, sorry, I'm congested, and I had nose dripping down my face, and I was trying to say, and it just sounded so terrible. I was like, please don't mark me points for the odd pauses. I didn't mean to. Snot was dripping in my mouth, and it was disgusting, and it was awful. So yeah, anyway, like I said, this build was a little bit of a challenge for me interiorly. Mostly was it because I don't know. I have a hard time with interior design on a lot of them. Sometimes I'm just like, yes, I got this. I know exactly what I want to do. It's gonna flow perfectly. I'm awesome. And then other times I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. What is going on? What kind of windows do I put here? And then, yeah, I don't know. So with these small builds, I do tend to, there's like one color scheme type thing across the whole house. So what ends up happening is it's just black and white with little spots of blue all through the house, and then it carries out a little bit on the outside. Yeah. So yeah, I paused there. I had to look something else up, and so you'll notice I changed the pillars, and everything's white now, which was interesting. So yeah, here's where I do the bathroom. I really like the new showers that came with, what was it called? Is it the fitness stuff pack? Oh my gosh, how am I blanking on this? That is so embarrassing. I don't know. Anyway, I like what I did with the counters here, and I hate how that like clips through the wall. I don't know. I don't know why it does that. But anyway, I moved that a little bit, and I think something happened later where it might have gotten moved back, to be honest. I don't know if I fixed it. I guess we'll find out. I go back and add decoration. I like to try to get all the big major items in before I forget. Because sometimes then I'll forget. Like, oh, I forget the trash bins at one point, and then I go back in and put them in. But this does have a bin inside and a bin outside on the deck so that it's really easy to see. That is the door I end up going with for this. I think I changed it like 2 more times because I was trying to find a smaller version of that door for the bathroom, and I couldn't. And then I realized there is one. I just don't know how to look for it apparently. So, yeah. I apologize for all that. I didn't want to, if I sped it up much more, it got really jerky because I moved around a lot. And I tried not to when I was building, but it got a little crazy. I know at one point with one of the windows, I just kind of like spazzed. Maybe that already happened. I don't know, because I was like, why won't this window go in the middle like I want it to? But you can't have middle windows in the middle. I thought I had worked it out to be more even, and it did not. So that works. All this gets changed to wood later, so ignore these ugly. Oh, here's where I'm like, what is this pebble flooring? You see it's right there in the middle from the get together. I assume, yeah. Like I'm like, I thought it was coffee beans, and I was so confused. I was like, what? Why is there a coffee bean flooring? But yeah, so I was trying to see what it looked like, and I don't like how it looks. I feel like it would look good in very specific scenarios, but like not in others. I can't believe I just said scenario. It's scenario or scenario. How do you say that? Does it depend on the part of the world you're in or the part of the country? Because apparently mine doesn't line up with where I live nor where I'm from. I'm kind of in the middle of both, so that's a mess with my linguistics. Linguistics? Is that the right word? I don't know. I am sick and tired. But I really wanted to do this, so I'm doing it and I'm happy. Yeah, let me know in the comments how you say scenario. Is it scenario or scenario? Just let me know. I guess, is there a good way to say, hey, this is how I pronounce it? I guess say, okay, if you say scenario, I don't know. Scenario. We'll make scenario option 1, scenario option 2. There we go. In the comments, let me know. I want to know how you pronounce it. But yeah, so this is how it's going. Oh my goodness, it is so incredibly. I had a really hard time finding wallpaper, and then that's the one I wanted to use. So I was like, okay, this house is just going to be all black and white with that little speckles of blue. So that's why I changed it there. So you'll see how that kind of unfolds in the end. That's where I gotta figure out what I'm doing for the color scheme. It is so incredibly hot in my room right now. I think it's probably like 82 degrees. Our AC is broke, but the landlord came over and with an AC guy, and they were like, "There's nothing wrong with the AC. It's fine." We were like, "That's because it's only 70 degrees outside." So it's not that hot in the house, but the AC is definitely not working because it was set at 65 and it was like 76 downstairs, I think. I don't know. So he told us to let him know next time it wasn't working and he would come over and look, but it was working when he was here last. So he was like, I don't know what to do. So I guess we're going to let him know that it's not working and it needs to work, please. Oh, our room's the hottest room in the house, which stinks. It does not help with being sick at all. Here's me trying to figure out what I wanted to work on. Oh, and here in a bit, so I put these chairs in, not those chairs, but other chairs. And then I'm like, crap, I don't know if they can open the door. So the door does clip. Oh yeah, I really wanted to place those chairs inside, but I was like, those look too much like outside chairs. So we go with those chairs. That's where I really settled with the blue. Yeah, so the doors clip through a little bit, but Sims can get through there. I was a little worried about that. So I think I left it in here. You'll see me jump out and jump in with a vampire sim. And it's kind of a mess. I might cut that bit out if we get to it. So you probably won't have any idea what I'm talking about in a minute. Okay, and we're back. I cut out part of it, it looks like, in the recording. I forgot to pause. I forgot I had the ability to pause in the first place. So yeah, I thought about putting that little like fireplace kind of table in, and then I decided no, I really do just want a TV there. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that, but my dog has this toy that goes wonk in it. No matter where we put it, it ends up getting accidentally stepped on, but it looks like Sheldon, my doggy, is trying to play with it right now. There's me having a little bit of issues with the hotkeys. So I just go with this TV, and then I forgot I can just adjust it on the wall, so it's not a big deal anyway. There isn't much decoration in this build at all. Not much clutter, not much. I wanted to keep it kind of, since it's so small, I didn't want to clutter it with a bunch of decorations just because, like, I don't like playing in builds that have a bunch of decorations and little bits because I get really confused and lost, and it overwhelms me. So I don't put that much in. You're welcome to add your own if you choose to play with this. Like, go for it. I had a hard time figuring out what coffee table I wanted to put there, or not coffee table, I guess. Yeah, it's a coffee table, a side table rather. But I do end up going with that, and then that's their little indoor dining table. I kind of imagined like an elderly couple moved into this like newer modern house because they were downsizing from their larger house because their kids grew up, they had kids, but then on the weekends their grandkids come over and they have a big family, and so they still wanted to have a place to entertain. That's why they have that nice little wraparound deck outside with you'll see me put in a grill and everything else later, and a huge table. Yeah, so there's not much landscaping and everything else in here, but there is some in the pathways at the front, which I don't think I've put in at all yet. I don't remember. There's a vampire dude. I don't know. I can't remember what his name is. I didn't realize he was a vampire when I put him in when I was trying to do screenshots too. And yeah, I had him outside grilling, and he was like, "I'm hot. It's the sun. I'm burning. I'm gonna die." And I was like, "No, sorry, crap." So I don't really like the cabinets that match these. I keep saying that. I don't really like this. I don't really like that. I don't really like the cabinets that came with that match these counters, I guess. Like the standard cabinets. So I wanted to put that one in, but I wanted it to match. I wanted it to be in line with that. So that's kind of a weird gap there. So I just went with it. As you'll see. And then I put in the little stovetop smoke eliminator. I don't know. I don't know what are those called. I don't know what those are called. Crap. But anyway, yeah, so here's me. I love this little dish rack that came with the Parenthood expansion. It is one of the clutter items that I really enjoy. I don't like putting a whole lot of clutter in the kitchen, especially because while I love all the clutter that comes in the kitchen, I like to have lots of counter space. So this one's small kitchen, I only wanted to clutter up one counter space since there's only 2 others available. That little plant does end up getting moved because I put a dish tray. Oh yeah, so in the clutter items for the kitchen, there was a basketball, and I was wondering, why is there a basketball for the kitchen? I thought it was a little strange. So, yeah, I don't admit that. But, yeah, that dishwasher, here's where, I moved that over there. I put the lemonade-ish thing. I don't know, I really like having those trays in my house. You'll probably see me put those in a lot of builds. But I don't even know that I have my Sims really use it very much, but I definitely put them in almost all of my builds, I think. And I love this rug. I actually have a necklace that matches that rug perfectly. And I wear it all the time. I try to think about doing something really cool there with like a runner, but I decided against it. So here's me, I think, just putting rugs in all of the rooms for now, since I was in that little menu field. You'll see me do a couple of them here. I love all the bedroom stuff that came with the vintage, I think is it? Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking that up right now. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name of like all of those. But yeah, I love all of these that come with that. All the beds. I wanted to do the yellow one, but then I was like, it just felt like too many colors because I had the blue doors, and I was like, I don't want to do that, but that's okay. But I love that yellow and black bed. You'll probably see me go back to it a couple times, but um, oh, the vintage. Yeah, I was right. Vintage glamour stuff. I love all the stuff from that. And yeah, so that this bedroom's kind of that. I just put a mirror. I didn't really follow the 2 skill building items in a room rule for this house because it's a small build and I didn't really want to do that. So I just put the mirror in here. There is like one in each room. Yeah, really one in each room at least. Um, I can't remember which picture. You know what? I end up going with that one because of the blues. I was pretty proud of myself. I found all that blue stuff that like wasn't too much, but it worked pretty well with it. I tried to fit in another rug, shag rug there, just to see what it would look like, but I couldn't, and I was like, it's all right. So I like this. Also, that metal flooring that I put in the bathroom, I've not really used that before, and I really, really like how it looks with that brick. I tried to see if I could squeeze a desk in here. I thought about moving the walls and stuff, and then I was like, I'm just going to put it in a bookcase. And then I was like, I don't know which bookcase I like. And I didn't really like that one. So we ended up going with one of those like squiggle S's. I don't know. Squiggle S's ones. That one right there. That's the one that we ended up going with. And then I realized these counters looked slightly different. No, I think I already figured that out. But, oh yeah. I really, really wish I had a black sink because I don't know. My husband makes fun of me because everything I get is black. My favorite color is green, so it's not like my favorite color is black, but everything I wear is black. In fact, most of my outfit I'm wearing right now is black. So he makes fun of me because we'll go shopping and I'm like, oh, I like this shirt. I wish they had it in black. And he goes, I bet you did. And he'll hand me a shirt and he'll go, look at this. And I'll be like, And he'll be like, yeah, I know. You want it in black. And he teases me. It's funny. So yeah, I really would love to have a bathroom that looks like this bathroom. I do want a big bathroom though, but this bathroom would be pretty cool. I like that little toiletries set there. Um, but yeah, so I usually have a lot of trouble with the toilet paper roll, and I knew I was going to have to say something about that, and then I had no troubles at all. Like putting it in, I usually have a million issues trying to get it in to by the toilet area. But I didn't. It just went in there pretty easy. I did have issues with this mirror because I wanted to put 2 of them standing like that, but then I was like, it clips into the wall there and it goes into the side there and then it overlaps like that, and I didn't like how it looked, so I get rid of them and then I only put in the one mirror. But I do put in a bathroom cabinet, I believe. Yes. The little like medicine cabinet type thing from Parenthood, which I don't know that it really matches the bathroom very well. But it was kind of weird to me if it didn't have one because it just felt like it would have one, but there's not another base game one that I liked better. So, or is there even one at all? I don't know. So I don't know why I paused there. Oh, and here's where I get to doing the chairs. Outside, I love that pattern so much. And then I realized there's like one of the larger sofas, not just the love seats, and I usually put those in, but I don't know why. I just felt like it looked better with just the little one. You'll see me think about it and look at the spacing, and I was like, no. So I just go with this one. And I don't put it in a table or anything there because I think it looked, I don't know, I think it looked nice how it is, nice and simple. I pulled out the grill tools because I knew I'd forget to place them if I didn't, but I do like this grill that came with the backyard stuff. I just recently got the backyard stuff, and I really like it. I like all the stuff that came with it. That and the vintage glamour stuff pack are probably my 2 favorite stuff packs as far as the actual stuff that is in them goes. Yeah, I don't know why I was having so many issues there. Oh, it's the pillar. The pillar. That's why I was having so many issues. It's okay. It came to a good fix. I just now realized that it's that pillar in the background. I was like, that should fit. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, so that comes to a fix there. I don't put fencing around the outside of this, but I do put decorations in. I mean, like grass work. I don't know what that's called. Landscaping. I'm sorry. I'm having so many issues. I use these little mismatched chairs. Put them in there. I don't know. I just kind of wanted something different for that outside. Just like one place that was different. Here I add that other staircase to kind of do something similar to the original design of the house. And I think that's as close as I can reasonably get in The Sims. There's me putting in the bins, fixing the pillars again. The spacing turned out perfect, so I went with it. And there's me putting in the little concrete pathways, turning off the grid. I was so happy when I figured out how to do that. I only recently learned that, like, I don't know, a few months ago probably. You'll see me put in a bunch of stuff here, and then that all gets completely changed. So ignore this bit here with the grass. I was gonna go and fill it in. I liked it because it just kind of looked a little wild, and I don't know. One of my grandparents' house is super neat on the outside, and then some grandparents' house I go to, it's like kind of wild bushes, and it's neat but messy. And I kind of liked that look, but there wasn't a good way I felt I could really achieve it in The Sims, so I ended up getting rid of all of that stuff. And I did put a couple planters in the front little pathway here. I hate how I can't put the fences all the way down there. That bothers me. Yeah, so that's the little part that I'm going to landscape plus a bit over there. So I decided to do a little alternation between these. Since there's not much color, this is like, besides the blue, this is the color spot. Is there little outside bushes and flowers and colorful chairs. Because I just figured if there's any place, they might not want to do it on the inside, but the outside, that's the best place to add a bunch of color. If I was to do it in my house is probably going to be like, when I get a house, it's going to be like a color scheme throughout the whole house, or each room is going to be like one color, and it'll be crazy. I don't know. It'll be whack. That's the word that my husband and I have been using lately, is the word whack to describe everything. That's wacky. We taught, or he taught our little 3-year-old niece that to say that's wacky, and I don't know. She always goes home learning new words from Uncle Randy. It's funny. So yeah, there's me putting in those bushes like I said, and then I put in this grass through here. I don't think I'd do it on the other side. I think I thought about it, and then I was like, I think it looks okay actually, so I don't do that. So yeah, that's all the landscape I end up doing, but I add these little flower pots and I put in the sunflowers. And I changed them to the more like wooden style, as you see. I like those little sunflowers. I think they're fun. I would love to grow sunflowers, but my husband and I both are terrible at growing things in general. Another thing that I don't like is that I don't like the roof pattern options. It's not that I don't like them. I don't like how they look in the light. So I play with a few of those, and then I end up just going back with the original one, I think. Yeah, and like that looks better than the other options that I had for this particular build. So yeah, I'm just going to upload this to the gallery, and I'm going to go into some screenshots. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.